let's get to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Lydia, kick it off.
Let me get my notes.
Get your notes together. Well, we finally, while you get your notes together, we finally got, let me tell you a little story. I had a full work week, full work day, but I was determined to watch the 4-hour-ish that day, the day it came out. And so I got off work at, must have been like 6, got home by 7, drove an hour to a friend's house, watched it for 4 hours till midnight, drove back home for an hour, got home at 1 just to get up to go to work again the next day to prepare myself for Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I'm worn out still. Okay, get your notes.
No, the 4-hour thing, like, I don't know why I didn't realize it, but it wasn't until like maybe Thursday night. I think we were talking about it, or I saw people, talking about it on Facebook, and I was like, wait a minute, let me Google this. This joint is 4 hours?
That's what I did too.
What the hell? I saw that 4 and I said, oh no. Immediately. I was like, no. Because I'm still going
What time did you watch it?
I watched it Friday.
You watched it on Saturday. I thought you watched it on Saturday. Because I watched it Friday night. You said you couldn't watch it Friday night.
I did watch it Friday night. I did. And I started like 7.
Yeah, we started at the same time then.
It was almost like, so I also watched the original because I did.
Why?
I said,
you watched wait, did you watch did you watch it right before you started?
No.
Earlier that week.
I did the reverse. I watched
it after
first, and then yesterday I was like,
because you hadn't seen it in years,
right?
Gotcha.
Because I did that. I didn't want to watch that trash ever again. I was like, nope, don't want to watch it. Watch the original, and I was like somebody mentioned, I think Lorena did. It was like night and day. It was like it was almost like walked into the movie theater an hour and 10 minutes in, and you still like, well, let me try to catch up and see what's going on. And you never catch up. You leave the theater scratching your head like, what just happened? I never pieced it together. So from the original, it was almost like they were like, listen, Zach, we can't do no 4 hours. We can't even do 3. Cut that shit up and do whatever you're mad. And he literally said, what? You're going to lose the story. And he literally scotch taped that movie together and said, here, motherfuckers, here you go. And he didn't care at that point. It was night and day. There were key parts of the story that were needed in the movie in order to explain what was going on. Now, I know we all know about editing and stuff like that.
Who's that?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Where's the party at? What's with the party?
I go over the because I was very hesitant because
I don't know.
What?
We're doing sorry, watch party.
One person, everybody mute one at a time. I'll go first.
One of the things that my diving server, right? Can you just
Lorena. That's you.
I don't know what's happening because I don't have anything on but my headphones.
Are there people in the room?
In the all the way in the other room, and I have headphones on.
We can hear the talking, and we can hear your background.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the
Okay, well, my son is chatting, so we'll just have to I'll keep myself muted till I am ready to chat.
I think
See, that's the beauty of the watch party here.
I love
all types of stuff is happening. I love it. But continue.
So just to wrap up, because I want everybody, to get their say or whatever. That we all understand about editing. We get it. We get that you have and she just gone completely. Listen, I'll be right back. Y'all. She doing
she
a
did
ghost
a
face.
Natalie. She did a
She's gonna
Natalie.
beat her child. She's
I'll be right back.
gonna beat her child now.
No, she gonna come back eating cookies.
No, she beating Taylor. I'm on the air.
I hear you, fool. Shut up.
Lavina, you know how we do. You know how we do.
I said, oh, here they go. I switched location.
She Kirk Franklin and her child.
You black mother.
Yeah. So we know movies got to be edited, right? We get that, but they edited out key parts of the story that way it would make more sense when we watched it. When I watched the original, I said we were never gonna like this because it was just scotched together. They cut out major parts of it.
I hear you, but I think
film.
It wasn't his film.
So that makes a difference. When it's not your art, you don't have the same sensibility.
Right.
And I hear you, but I also don't know if we weren't in COVID times, if that movie would have been 4 hours. He still would have had to edit that movie down because I don't see you putting up a 4-hour movie and people sitting in a movie theater for 4 hours.
Yeah, absolutely right.
To piggyback on that, what Brian said, I don't believe it's COVID, yes, but it's in terms of streaming times. Now that we are accustomed to streaming movies and movies are direct on streaming platforms, now we're able to experience people's creativity no matter what time.
I get.
I know.
That,
I'm saying in addition to what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm not refuting it.
Okay.
I was also going to say, remember, Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. Those were the first movies that were over 3. They were like a little over 3 hours. When you watch those,
but you're not taking into consideration Marvel Corporation and DC Corporation.
No. I get that. But even when I watched Endgame and Infinity War, like even though it was over 3 hours, it didn't seem like it was that long.
Well, to me, this didn't seem like 4.
No, it
didn't seem like 4 hours.
It didn't seem like 4 hours.
But my point is, I understand that if we were in theater, movies were in theaters and we were going, then we're not going to see a 4-hour movie. I get that. And I get that editing has to happen. It has to. You have to edit movies, edit out parts that don't make sense or don't really flow. But I feel like the parts that we desperately needed to tell the story, those parts were thrown in the wind.
I agree with you.
I'll give you an example. So when they exhumed his body and put him underwater, and they had the cube and they were like about to resurrect him, in the 4-hour movie, it was like Flash was like, yo, I can reboot it but I'm going to be going faster than the speed of light. It's going to shift time and it's going to do X, Y, Z. He explains the seriousness of that scene. In the original, none of that happens. They just go to Cyborg like, okay, 5, 4. He starts counting down. So I'm sitting.
Well, also in that scene, they replaced it with the ethical discussion of whether they should or should not resurrect him. That's what I'm saying. Or was added to the what they call it, the Justice League movie. JOSS League.
Well,
that's my point. It's like that key parts. I know you can't keep the whole thing, but I'm saying like there were parts that should have just been, kept in to really explain the story. Sorry, Lydia.
I was going to say, just piggybacking on what Lydia said, I agree. Because also remember, first of all, the Amazons, that whole scene that they pulled out, I was like, yes, this is what I needed in the first film.
We need an Amazon movie.
Oh my God, I need an Amazon. I need a pre-Diana. I need a full backstory on her mother.
Well, that's what they should have done instead of that stupid 84 movie.
I really need more. I need Connie Nielsen to be in her gold dress, looking fierce like the Amazon queen that she is. But I digress. when they shot that arrow into Athens and burned the flame
Mhm.
so that Wonder Woman would know that there was something happening, all we got was that she saw the fire. That's all we got in the first film. In this one, she went to the place, she went down, and then she went into that
Yes.
other cavern to get the
Yes.
story. Because I'm like, how does she know what was happening? She wasn't even there when they closed when he came to take the box and they closed him in that place.
Yes.
I'm like, so how did Wonder Woman know all that information? They left.
Okay. Well. In defense, an arrow lighting up that ruin
Yes.
signifies invasion.
Yes.
Right. So
Period. So she
right,
knows
but-
that, and then let me finish.
Go ahead.
So the fire signifies invasion.
Yes.
So that's all she needed to know in terms of an
Yeah, but
invasion is
they
coming. I don't really know who, what, where, when, but it's happening, and
No,
that's the sound of alarm.
Because
but in the
to
first
Sydney's
one,
point,
but in the
because to
first
Sydney's
one, they
point,
made
she
it seem
did-
like she knew Steppenwolf was coming.
I don't remember that, but to Sydney's point, she did.
Well, Lydia
because
can answer
when-
that because she just watched it.
In the first one, well, she went from seeing that flame of fire to when she went to, I don't remember the sequencing, but I don't recall.
Steppenwolf, that she knew it was Steppenwolf based on
Yeah.
that arrow.
Yeah, I don't recall
Okay.
if that's what she knew. But it skipped. Okay, so we know that it skipped that part. But again, when she went to explain to Batman the background, that whole thing was cut like
Mhm.
not even in half. It was only a quarter of that story left of what happened. And then
Right.
when you see the 4-hour version, she explains, and you're like, oh.
But it's like, how
Right,
does she
right.
know the story to explain it to Batman? How does she know that they needed a team?
Right. But also, I want Brian to get his point.
Yes,
Yeah.
Brian was making a point.
No, I was gonna say when she saw the flames, she knew what was happening. To Sydney's point, like yes, they added the extra context of her going there and reading and understanding the story of what's about to take place. But she knew an invasion was coming because she even said it while she was
Yeah.
standing there watching the TV.
Right, but she
Right.
didn't know the specifics of the invasion. We
Well, no,
learned in this one.
I know
Right,
that, but-
we're in a loop. We're in a loop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but she knew an invasion was coming.
Right.
They just explained it more.
Which is needed.
It is because again, when I watched the first one, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, and okay, there's an invasion, but what?
Exactly.
Who? And in the original one, they totally cut out Darkseid. Totally.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Just
did.
Steppenwolf.
They cut
Right.
out the history. They
Dark-
cut out that history
Darkseid
part.
is an important part of that.
Right.
They cut him out.
He's Thanos.
Yes,
He's
He is.
Thanos.
completely cut out. It's all and Steppenwolf. I don't know if in the original his face is more human. In the
Yeah.
fourth one, it's
Yeah,
more,
they changed it.
yeah, and I was like, but I look, it's the details. It's the details. Like I
Devil's
just
in
I
the
don't
felt
know
like
why you
details.
went back and watched that first movie.
I had to.
No.
But see, Brian, this is
I
what
had to.
Brian. This is why I'm saying stop watching all those things so we can move forward and watch the stuff that we want to review.
Why don't you let
I was like, I did not
Lydia
need
watch
that
what
thing
she want to
imprinted
watch?
back in my brain.
That's what I wanted to do.
Lydia, thank you. You have
Can
your
I do
own
what I
time.
want to do? What I want
First
to
of all,
do.
Lorena, I was not talking to you.
I'm
because
talking
you
to
did not
you.
watch it.
But
I
I'm
was
talking to
talking to Lydia.
I'm talking to Brian.
So look, the comments are popping too. So we gotta,
Go for it, Lydia.
yeah. So not to go back all the way up, but Neil has said this seemed like 6 hours.
Neil's a hater. Don't worry about Neil.
It
Don't read
did not seem like 6
It
hours.
didn't seem like 6 hours.
Neil's
And
a
then
hater. Don't worry about Neil. Just keep moving.
Can we bring? We need some hate energy. Can we bring Neil on the show next week? Neil, you got some time next week?
You can check with him. He got a whole.
I'm checking with
litter
him
of kids
now.
in the house.
Neil, type in the box if you got time to be a guest on the show. Go.
Continue, Lydia.
And then Adolfo said Joss done Age of Ultron.
Point
Did
being,
he do Age of Ultron?
what's his point?
He was basically saying, I guess, because Josh is the one that picked up after Zach quit
Zach.
in the middle.
Right.
So the other thing is, you could see the reason why Josh had to do that daggone CGI or that tech on Superman's face, because he reshot the scenes with Superman.
Yeah, because
That-
Superman was on Brian's favorite film, and
My
he had
favorite film too, Mission
That's
Impossible.
right.
and he had a full mustache that he couldn't
a full
shave
beard.
off.
Yeah,
That's
Had a beard.
right.
Yeah.
No, he had a
all
mustache.
that CGI,
Right.
he looked so weird.
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 In the 4-hour version, Superman, first of all, Superman, when he came back to life, he looked totally different. He was washed out. He was pale. He was more to give the sense of this is not Superman. In the original one, he was just regular, color, everything. He was just regular. There was no difference in him. And all those scenes following were completely different. They were completely different. They added cheesiness to it and little jokes. And I was like, see, and we just missed all the point of all of that.
Oh, go ahead, Brian.
I appreciated the movie was 4 hours long. When I first saw that it was 4 hours long, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little deterred in terms of wanting to watch it, because I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I want to sit, because I just remembered how terrible the first one was. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I just don't know if I want to sit through 4 hours of this. And people were like, watch it in stages and pieces. I can't do that. If I'm going to watch it, I'm going to watch it all the way through. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did doze off here and there in the movie. There were spots.
Understandable.
But I felt like for a body of work, did I think it was brilliant? No. Did I think it was a masterpiece? No. Did I think it was a well done movie for 4 hours? Yes. I thought it was very entertaining. I thought they told the story very well. I was thoroughly entertained. I thought that all the characters kind of came to life. I still didn't like the whole lightning with Flash. Still bothers me.
Oh, I want to talk about that.
But I still don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. But for the most part, I still enjoyed the movie. And I thought that he did an excellent job of recreating his vision of what he wanted to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can we talk about Ray Fisher, Cyborg?
I'm so glad they told his backstory.
The exclusion.
Yeah.
That was the biggest travesty in the Justice League cut.
Huge travesty.
How dare you eliminate his whole story?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't get he was literally dropped in. Like, oh, here he is, Cyborg. He got this, he got that, he can do that. What?
And he don't like his father.
Period.
Yeah.
Right.
His
And
father.
it just leads me to believe more in Ray's claims of the racism and all the drama that was going on behind the scenes, because we all know in corporate, if somebody's done with you,
Right.
they do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he, at the end of production, he probably was like, F with Ray, cut him out as much as we can.
Yeah.
I'm
It was
done with
obvious.
him. Yeah.
And
'Cause
Cyborg. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Lorena. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they minimized his role, and Cyborg is the most important character in the movie.
He was the key. Yeah.
The
He was the key.
He's
Yeah.
connected to the boxes.
He and the father. Yeah.
Exactly.
The father.
He's the
Come
only
on.
one that could locate this. First of all, the father sacrificed himself so they could find the boxes.
Okay.
That was
Okay, can we talk about the scene? Can we talk about the scene
Tell
when they're at the lab and the father is there and the son walks in with his team behind him, sort of like his new football team, like he's the star of the team, and he just gives his father a look back like you sacrificed. I didn't believe in what you were doing. I hated you for bringing me to life, but I understand, Father. Like it was that sign of thank you, approval. I get it. and the look on the father's face was like
Thank you.
I wasn't
Right.
wrong.
Right.
Like I you were dead, and I couldn't let you go, and I was like, you have so much potential to be so great, and I see it for you. You just have to see it for yourself. And he walked by as the lead of the Justice League, like.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what? The
Dad.
other thing is, we learned that his son was already brilliant before he was made into Cyborg because he changed the girl's grades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
He was a
Adolfo said in the chat, he's basically Vision plus the Infinity Stone, Cyborg plus the Black Box.
Why do we gotta compare? He's basically Cyborg.
Yes.
That's who he is.
That's his opinion. That's what he
Cyborg.
That's
on
who he
Teen
is.
Titans
He's not Vision. He's Cyborg because Vision has no human components. He's a machine.
You're right about that.
But go ahead.
You're right about that. But the other thing I wanted to say, although Brian,
Adolfo, I guess he told you.
I'm saying don't mess. I'm saying the Teen Titans was my favorite group as a child, and he was the major part.
All caps, Sydney. All caps.
Vision is black. Is what I'm saying. Shut up, Sid.
You know Adolfo wasn't gonna back down.
Come
on.
Don't mess with my Cyborg.
So here's the other character that I was glad they gave more of a backstory, the Flash. Because in the first one, I really could not stand that character, the kid. I liked that they showed, like, especially when he was going to interview for the dog position at the pet shop, and he saved the girl's life.
Adolfo.
I was really happy that they showed more of his backstory.
Yes.
And gave him a larger role because it helped to flesh out his character from just being like an annoying kid.
Because he was annoying. Yeah. He was annoying.
But
the first movie,
they also more explain his brilliance. He's also brilliant as well.
Brilliant.
This is what I'm saying. This is what. Neil had put earlier. The best edition of this film was Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
That was a pleasant surprise.
Yo, because
I'm mad at the Martian Manhunter though. How dare you? He's almost on par with Superman in terms of abilities, right? And strength. I'm telling you.
Okay.
How dare you not come to the fight? How dare you not?
Well,
first of all, let me give you some background. Let me give you some background. He is a telepath. He's also the last of his race. From a dying world. Well, Mars not dying, but I mean his race died on Mars. And he's a telepath, and he's been living amongst the humans, being
as Harry Lennox.
As a black man, right?
Yes,
as Harry Lennox, aka the Colonel General. Right. And so because he doesn't believe that humanity is ready to deal with aliens.
Okay.
Right. And so he wanted to become one. And so telepathically, mentally, he knows what's going on. He's aware of the different groups that are forming. And so I'm mad that he waits till the end of the fight
to come through.
To reveal himself, to say, going forward, I'll join. But we didn't know that Superman would turn around and come in and save the day like that. They were fighting, they were on the end game fight. And so that's when they needed him.
Right.
Yeah, that part made no sense to me.
What do you mean?
I felt like Martian Man should have came and should have been involved as well.
That's what I just said. Yeah,
he should. I said that part made no sense.
No, he agrees with you. Also, to me, during take 1203 of the movie, take every time I thought the movie was about to end, and I was like, let me get up and go to the bathroom. Like during the epilogue, I was like, is it? Oh, okay. No, it's not. No, not yet. So when we get to the epilogue, and who's the guy that's searching for Batman? What is that character?
Batman was there.
Oh,
no. The bounty hunter. Yes. The bounty hunter.
Oh, you mean Deathstroke?
With Lex Luthor's boat.
Deathstroke.
Yes. Yeah. Tell us about him.
Oh, yes, because I forgot. I don't know. I forgot his story. Yeah.
Slade Wilson. He's brilliant. He is a mercenary, a man for hire. He's also rich billionaire. He's a mercenary for hire.
Okay.
And he's sort of like the bad version of Batman, sort of. And so he takes jobs for hire. And so he's an assassin, basically.
So he comes, but then we fast forward in the epilogue, and the timeline is reverted. Because remember, before Cyborg actually separated the boxes, he saw into the future.
Right.
A
possible future.
Yes.
Right. And so I was a little confused in the epilogue because it looked as if there was an alternate timeline in which Deathstroke and Batman and the Joker and all the other people were together about to fight Superman.
So Neil was breaking this down to me because he knows the story, and Sydney, you can probably explain it more. Lois gets killed by Luthor, I think with a missile or something like that. And then it kind of shifts up. It kind of shifts the dynamics of play. So Superman goes on I think it was Superman, I think Wonder Woman. He was Sydney, you can break the whole thing.
Yeah, you want me to explain it?
Yeah. He explained it to me, but I know you can explain better. Yeah.
Okay. The epilogue is another future. There's multiple futures.
Okay.
So everything is in chronological timeline order. And so Darkseid kills Lois.
Okay.
That sends Superman over. Darkseid acquires the anti-life equation, which gives him the ability to control people.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And so in that, he got the equation. He killed Lois. He controls Superman now.
Got it. Okay.
And so Superman becomes his new Steppenwolf.
Gotcha.
Because so from Zack Snyder's cut, you understand Superman is key. He's also key. He's the one that they didn't want in that fight because they knew he could conquer. You know what I'm saying? Like he could conquer them. So it was him being dead. It was like, oh, we good. We're gonna annihilate all these mofo's right now, and we're good. But with Superman in play, like they understand he's the most powerful. So I can understand that dynamic. Let me get him, and then so I can understand that.
Well, he's part of what's in play.
Okay.
So the reason Darkseid was defeated the first time because the planet Earth united as one.
Right.
And defeated him. So when Superman died, that cry that he sent out woke up the mother box, of the mother box, allowing that mother box to send a signal to get Steppenwolf's attention. I'm awake. Come get me.
Okay.
With the state of the world, we're not united.
Right.
And so you take away a Kryptonian, and then it's a non-united world, and there really aren't any defenders. The Earth is ripe for a takeover.
Right.
And so that's what allowed Steppenwolf to come in and say, now it's time to the mother boxes are awakening. Let's go in and take the planet. And then while he's taking the mother boxes, he realized one of them speaks to him, and he realized that the anti-life equation is also on Earth.
Yes.
And that's what Darkseid's ultimate mission is. Sort of like Thanos' ultimate mission is to bring balance to the universe. His ultimate mission is conquer. And by getting this last ability, he's able to conquer everybody all at one time. Instead of going from planet to planet to planet to planet, the anti-life equation is his version of the Infinity Stone.
And you get none of this, not even close to it, from that original trash movie. You don't get there's nothing.
One other character that I tease you, but I do like Aquaman, Sydney. But I thought the Aquaman in this movie was much more better, much more likable.
Yes.
The corny lines, like I just felt like
Yes.
his
But
character
you
was fleshed out
see,
better.
yeah,
It was better.
you
I could
see,
take him better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like Brian said before, I actually could take Ben Affleck as Batman. I was like, wait a minute.
That's
I'm
not what I
feeling him in
said.
this. Like,
Brian said that ain't what I said.
That's not what I said.
He said
I
the
said,
opposite.
I still don't
He
like
said
it.
that.
That's
oh,
Batman.
you said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said that you liked him. No,
I like
actually-
him as Batman, Lydia.
Well,
I'm not
I
mad.
do.
I'm not
I
mad.
I do.
don't.
I do.
And so, but when I was watching this, I could tolerate. I was like, oh my gosh, I could tolerate him. Like I'm, but that's not to say that I want him as Batman. I really don't. He don't have no business playing Batman.
I don't mind
I
it.
can tolerate him in the 40,000 hour Zack Snyder cut.
But listen, this Aquaman, I really love this
Yeah.
Aquaman that they showed. In the other one, it was just kind of a whole bunch of corny one-liners that were just fell
Mhm.
flat.
Mhm.
They just fell.
Mhm.
The scene when Aquaman is walking down the pier and then
Mhm.
all the water.
They changed the music.
Oh,
They
and
changed it.
it was
Changed
but the water is just, and he disappears. It was just beautiful.
The
How
whole
about
scene.
Mira? How about Mira having a British accent in this version? Did y'all peep that?
Yeah.
That's
A British accent always changes the dynamic or the level of a film.
Yo, I was like,
Oh, yeah, I remembered another part that I didn't really care for too much.
What's
oh,
that?
what?
They played every time Wonder Woman came on the scene, the Amazon music. Every
That's her
time
theme song. They all have their theme song playing.
it was too much.
I love
After a
it.
while, I was like, enough. I was like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo."
Da, 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 da.
I was like,
And
"Doo-doo-doo-doo."
And when she fought those terrorists in the bank, that scene was much better.
And she killed people.
She
They
killed
didn't
him.
really
Yes.
show that before.
They
Right.
did. I'm telling you, cheese. It was not the kind of cheesy we like, Sid. It was all around.
It was corporate saying,
I know.
we can't do that.
No, I
That-
read
yeah.
some. I think I read.
We need to lighten it
interview.
up.
Yeah, I read some interview where they were talking to Zach, and he said like my version was too dark.
But you know what?
Too dark, and
Which is weird considering the fact that we did The Dark Knight. So that was real strange.
But also, what's funny is they said all of that before Infinity War and Endgame. Because remember,
It's
were dark.
Marvel and DC.
I
Yeah.
know.
But for DC, but Lorena, talk about the F-bombs, the language.
Yo, they said the effing fucking like 5 times. I was like, every time. I was like, yo, this. And we were sitting there. Taylor was watching. I said, don't say that. I was like, don't use that. Don't use those words. And it was just like right there. And I don't know. I was kind of like, but yeah, Adolfo, you are right. The difference between the two films is like night and day.
Oh, can we talk about the brilliant dialogue between Joker and Batman?
Yup. How about
you don't want Brian? You wouldn't mind seeing them in a movie together?
Yeah. I always like Jared Leto.
Ben Affleck and Jared?
No, not Ben Affleck though, but Jared Leto, yes.
I mean, we've seen them in a movie together. I'm talking about Ben and Jared.
I'm not into Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm just not. He's corny to me.
I like him.
I'm not taking away his acting skills. He's a great actor, just not as Batman.
You felt the tension. You felt you felt like Joker. You killed my Robin. You killed my people. But because we have a bigger threat. I have to deal with you instead of snapping your neck right now.
He was like, because Harley Quinn was like, I was like, oh, you brought up
Harley. I said, he going there. No, that was really good. It was really good. But outside of this, no, we don't want Ben Affleck.
I don't
Done
mind
well.
Ben Affleck.
Thank you, thank you.
I don't mind.
I think the beauty of what we just experienced is the sky's the limit and anything could happen. Like, we could have a Ben Affleck, we could have a part 2 to the Zack Snyder world even 5 years later. Like, anything. He just made history with this.
He did.
This has never been done
Yeah.
before in
They
the
have
in
to
the
work with. They have to work on Superman and Henry Kavanaugh and
I hope they do.
Cavill.
and who else? There's
They
somebody
said
else.
it's not. They
Ray
said
Fisher.
they're not. But you said
Yeah.
I think Sydney's told me or somebody told me they're
But
not
what
bringing.
I'm
They're
saying-
not.
No, what I'm saying is after this,
Right.
anything is possible.
And
I
This
want
was-
Henry Cavill. I want
This,
Henry
this
Cavill
is
as
this was
Superman.
dead and gone.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not going to do it though.
And so
He's done.
He
you
said
don't
he's
know
done.
that.
No,
You
he
don't
didn't
know
say
that.
he was done. The studio said he was done. He still wanted to do it.
Yeah, he wants to do
Right.
it,
He
wants
but
to
they
do it.
can't
It's the
come to an
studio.
Anything's
agreement.
possible.
They
But
can't come to an
anything is
agreement.
possible. Anything is possible.
Because folks are, I'm telling you, people are like, he is Superman. He is.
He is our Superman of this generation. Even
He's Superman.
even though the Superman in Smallville, I'm liking him. I didn't like him when he made his appearances on Supergirl. I like him in this role now.
Yeah, he wasn't
I
bad.
really like him.
Yeah. This was so good.
Yeah,
This was so good.
yeah.
It was. I liked how they broke it out into parts 1 through 6 plus the epilogue. I really, really enjoyed this version because the first one was just garbage.
Neil,
Question.
you thought the special effects in this was whack?
Don't listen to Neil. I mean, it is still very green screeny, unlike Marvel, where Marvel is very crisp and clean. But it is from the first movie to this one, it's night and day. It was
It
much
is
better.
night and day. You don't even
Oh.
know this.
I
The first
thought-
one was cheap.
The first one,
Did
the fighting scenes were very dark in the green screen and it looked very cheesy.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the edited or the uncut version of Superman versus Batman? It's 3 hours.
No,
I
Okay.
didn't see. No, I don't think I've watched
Okay.
it.
After you watch all the shows that we're supposed to watch, go back and watch that because that is also like a mini Zack Snyder. Like it explains. They added the scenes to give it more clarity on what's
Okay.
why Batman is so angry
right.
with
And
Superman.
then I'm gonna watch it because I
Yeah,
didn't
'cause
like
I was
Batman
like-
versus Superman either.
Because I
Yeah.
liked the movie,
It's
but I was
ve-
mad
yeah.
at Batman.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours long, but
Okay.
it gives you so much more clarity and understanding, and so it makes it a better viewing experience.
Oh, Neil.
Neil is hilarious. He's like the most improved award doesn't mean this is good.
Oh, and Neil did say he could join. If you scroll back up when you asked,
did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it. I
yeah.
saw it. So we'll arrange that for next
Neil
week.
is
hopefully.
hilarious.
Neil, you got to be
Love
caught. Neil, you got to watch the show. So let's tell Neil what to watch.
He said the
I
first
think
movie
next
was
week-
loose
Ne-
trash, and this was a neatly tied
Ne-
bag of
Neil, we are watching Snowfall,
Neil.
Snowfall, and Superman and Lois for next week.
And Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, I mean that's a staple. Yes.
Oh, but you got to tell.
Oh,
Yeah,
Adolfo,
but-
I
but-
love that
but-
too.
Make sure you're up to date, Neil.
Right. Or else they're gonna
and-
drop you off the show.
Me-
Like
Right. And
The
let us.
button-
And so we'll check in with you next week. See if we can bring you up during the show. Okay. All right. All right. So you all want to rate Justice 10.
I thought we were only doing up to 5.
Well,
Okay,
you know,
we can do anything, Brian. There's no rules. Oh my god.
It is when I have a number
Okay,
in my mind. Now I
So
got to
do
switch
it.
the number.
So switch your number. What's your original number?
Well, out of 5 is
okay,
4.7.
mine is 5, but
Okay.
I added another 5.
L.
I'm gonna go with a 4.8.
Okay. Okay. Hey, I'll take it. The first one was 0.
Donut holes.
Donut holes. Woo!